Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, everybody. So yeah, every Tuesday we've been going through the 10th chapter or the 10th Vaar of Bhai Gurdaas Ji's writings. Bhai Gurdaas Ji again is the scribe that wrote Guru Granth Sahib Ji for the first time when Guru Arjan Dev Ji spoke the writings of the first 5 Gurus and all of the Bhagats. Bhai Gurdaas Ji also related to the 3rd, 4th, so they are the nephew of the nephew of the 3rd Guru, the cousin of the 4th Guru's wife, Bibi Pani Ji, and they are also the Mamma Ji of the 5th Guru, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, at which point they were given the seva of being the scribe of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, or as we are Guru Granth Sahib Ji, in the 1600s. Bhai Gurdaas Ji also have their own writings in which they explain themes, describe characters, explain metaphors, philosophies that we see in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and due to this, Guru Arjan Dev Ji had given their writings the title Gurbani Ki Kunji, or the key to Gurbani, the key to understanding Gurbani, the Guru's writings. And we've been going through the 10th Vaar, so the 10th chapter, in which Bhai Gurdaas Ji are going through various different historical figures that are mentioned in Guru Granth Sahib Ji and giving us a bit of a background about who they are and why they are important, so that then we can build on that. When we read Gurbani, we can understand in that line of Gurbani who that name is and what is significant about that name and that figure. So this week we're on Pauri number 10, so figure number 10, and this week is Bhagat Jaidev. So I think this is the first character that we've had, or the first figure that we've had who has their own writings. So they're mentioned in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, but they also have their own writings in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So they're one of the 15 Bhagats, like in other names you would have heard, Bhagat Kabir Ji, Sheikh Farid Ji, Bhagat Trilochan, and all the other 15 Bhagats, Bhagat Ramanand, Bhagat Sen, Bhagat Jaidev, are one of those 15 Bhagats. And they're also referenced in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So they were a court poet. So they were one of the sort of 5 poets in the royal court of one of the kings of, I think, Bengal in like the 1100s. So we're talking like 900 years ago. And they also had their own writings. And the Sakhi, the event that Bhai Gurdaas Ji are going to focus on today is occurred while they were writing their own poetry, which was called Geet Govind, which was a sort of expansion on when Krishna Bhagwan Ji and Radha were having a conversation, and this was compiled by himself because he was a poet of the king, one of like I think 5 poets. The Sakhi today is about when Bhagat Jaidev wrote that writing, and how Vaheguru came to his aid, and how he connected and became one with Vaheguru. So we'll start. So Bhai Gurdaas Ji start. Vaheguru Ji Prem Bhagat Jaidev Kar. So Jaidev or Jaidev would devotionally, sort of in devotion, is devotion of Vaheguru. He would worship Vaheguru. So his Bhagati was what we call Prema Bhagati, which is that sort of meditation that is based on a devotion, a love for Vaheguru. So he would complete his meditation, his simran, his focusing on Vaheguru. Geet Govind Sahajato Nagava, and he would sing and compile his writings, which were called Geet Govind. Leela Chalit Vakhanada. So in that writing, he would describe the Leelas, the praises, and the Chalit, the miracles that occurred during Krishna Bhagwan Ji's time. Antarjami Thakur Pava, and the knower of all of our minds. So Antar means inside, Jami means the knower. So Vaheguru, who is the knower of what's going on inside all of our minds, that Thakur, that master, Pava, it would please Vaheguru. So Vaheguru sees all, hears all, knows all, was very pleased with the fact that he was writing the praises of an incarnation of Vaheguru, and essentially writing the praises of Vaheguru by proxy. Akkar ikkana avada. So at one point he was writing his scriptures, his poetry, and it came to a point where he couldn't find the right word. He couldn't remember the right word he wanted to put in that specific line. So akkar ikkana avada. So akkar, sometimes it can be translated like letter, but also we can say we can use the word akkar for like a word. So there's a specific word he couldn't find the right word. He couldn't remember the word to complete his poetry. So what did he do? Pustak ban. He tied up. So back in those days, your any sort of Granth, any sort of book, it wouldn't be joined. So the spine wouldn't be joined. It would just be sort of put together like papers in a folder. He put all of those papers together. Pustak, his Granth, his book that he was writing his poetry in. Ban. So he tied it up, closed it. Sandhya Gara Ave, and he went and he completed his prayers, his worship for the evening. Gun Nidan Gara Aeka. And what happened in the meantime? So he's gone to do his prayers. Vaheguru came. So Vaheguru, who is Gun Nidan, who is the treasure chest, you could say Nidan, the treasure chest of Gun, of virtues. Gara Aeka came to his house while he was praying at the mandir. Bhagat Roop Lik Lek Banava. And in the form, Roop means a form, in the form of a Bhagat, in the form of a devotee. Remember, Vaheguru is the one is always the one that is being worshipped, is being focused on. But this time they become the Bhagat to write the praises of Vaheguru. And what do? They complete the poetry that Bhagat Jaidev couldn't complete. Lek, they write Lek Banava, and they create or they complete that Lek that Bhagat Jaidev was trying to write. Then when sorry. Yeah, so when all right, Mr. Liner. So when Bhagat Jaidev comes home, Akkar pad pratit kar. So when he sees the writings that he didn't write that have been now completed, pratit. So when he sees this, hoy vismad na anga samava. He becomes he falls into like a deep state of bliss. He realizes that Vaheguru has come and completed or has done this seva for them, has completed their seva, you could say. So this task that was of the devotee to sing the praises of Vaheguru has come and actually completed the task that was given to the devotee. Vismad, so they fall into a deep state of bliss, and also na anga samava, they cannot contain it in all of their in all of their limbs. So the amount of bliss that they're feeling, they can't contain it within their body. They then later on they're walking just in bliss, and what do they see? Vekha jai ojardvich. They see in the ojard, in the wilderness. Back in those days, obviously, you can imagine there were trees and forests and jungles around every corner. So they're walking and they're beside a jungle, and they see a tree. Vekha jai ojardvich. So they go and they see in this ojard. This ojard means like anywhere that's wild. Birk ik. So one birk, which means a tree. Another word for a tree. Acharj suhave, and they became very shocked. What did they see? Suhave, at the beauty of a specific tree. And when they went close to it, what did they see? Geet Govind Sampurano, the complete Gita. The complete Geet Govind. So not to say Gita to confuse it with a different writing. So Geet Govind, that was his writing, his poetry. Sampurano, the complete Geet Govind. Pat Likhya, which was written on that tree, on all of the leaves, within the leaves, so the patterns within the leaves. He could see all of his Gita Govind written in all of the leaves on that tree. Antana Pave, he couldn't find the end of all of that writing, so there wasn't like a leaf that was left untouched, that wasn't imprinted, or didn't contain the patterns essentially that were of his writings. His Gita Govind. So it was a way of showing Vaheguru showing them that they are one with Vaheguru, Vaheguru is one with them. So Vaheguru creation, and their praises have been accepted, and they are sort of one with Vaheguru, and that they they are connected with Vaheguru. So he could see that everywhere. He could see the praises of Vaheguru everywhere. All he could see was that Gita Govind. And then they say, Bhagat Het Paragaskar. So this enlightenment that he saw, he started seeing Vaheguru everywhere, and Vaheguru started showing themselves everywhere via his writings. Bhagat Het, so for the reason, so in his love of devotion, his love of Bhagavad meditation, his devotional worship, Paragaskar, Vaheguru blessed him with this realization of Vaheguru. Hoy Dayal Mile Gadlave, and actually revealed themselves in a form. Hoy Dayal, they became very compassionate Vaheguru, or came into a deep sense of compassion, and revealed themselves in a physical form, and embraced Bhagat Jaidev Ji. So Bhai Gurdaas Ji finished this Vaar, this Pauri, and they say Sant Anant Naped Ganave. So the Sant, the devotee, so Sant is another word for devotee, another word for Bhagat, another word for Gurmukh, another word for Gursikh. Sant and Anant. Anant means unant, something that has no ant, something has no end. So that infinite Vaheguru. The Sant and that infinite Vaheguru are one, Sant Anant, Na Ped Ganave. But the Bhagats do not reveal this this secret, you could say. Yeah? So those that have become one with Vaheguru, Vaheguru reveals themselves to the Bhagat. The Bhagats are then, realize Vaheguru. But then the Bhagats do not sometimes always show this to the rest of the world. So later on, we actually see, that's the end of the body. Later on, we see quite a famous occurrence in Bhagat Jaidev's life, where to keep it short, they get caught by some thieves. Because they're not really bothered about giving up their money, because they have no attachment to their money. The thieves sort of get suspicious, and long story short, in the end, they get taken to court. They're punished. Their hands are cut off, and they are also thrown into a pit as a punishment. And so, at no point does Bhagat Jaidev reveal their powers, or reveal their connection to Vaheguru, or reveal their status, their spiritual status. Even undergoing that sort of punishment, because they understand it's the will of Vaheguru. So even though they're connected to Vaheguru, they do not reveal this, or they do not have ego over this, or try to sort of display that to the world, or relay that to the world. And what happens is, in the end, they are saved by Vaheguru, and even their hands grow back. So that's quite a famous Saki happening from Bhagat Jaidev's life, where the punishment is the hands are cut off, they're thrown in a pit. And later on, their hands even come back. They regain their limb, which is another show of Vaheguru's way of saving their Bhagats and coming to the aid of their Bhagats. Bhagat Jaidev, just to finish off, have some writings. So they have writings in Guru Granth Sahib. So here's one Shabad. So you can go and check this. This is on Ang of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Ang 526. On the start of the Shabad is Gujri. So the Rag is Gujri. Sri Jaidev Ji Ka Pada. So a Shabad of Bhagat Jaidev Ji. Kar Chautha, Ik Oankar Satgur Prasad, Paramad Purkh Manopamang, Sat Ad Pavratang, Paramad Putang, Parakrit Parang, Jad Chint Sarvgatang. So, in the language that they were speaking from that area. Also, we see them referencing Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So, Gurn Gavar Bhadas, Bhagat Jaidev Trilochan, Bhagat Bhadas Ji, Bhagat Trilochan, and Bhagat Jaidev Ji are all singing the praises of Vaheguru eternally. We see also in the age of Kaljug, because they were around in this age of Kaljug, in this dark age. They say, amongst other names, Jagga Sukadev Ar Akurur, Hanavant Jagga Tar Lankur, Sankar Jagga Charanvir, Kal Jagga Nama Jaidev. So they mention Bhagat Namdev Ji, who I think is next week. We'll talk about next week, and Bhagat Jaidev Ji, who are both awake spiritually, even in this age of Kaljug, in this dark age. There are a few other Shabad as well. Here's one more. Jaidev Nama. So again, Bhagat Jaidev Ji, Bhagat Namdev Ji, Bip Sudama, the Brahman Sudama, who we talked about last week. Tenako Kripa Pai hai apar. The mercy, the blessings upon them from Vaheguru are apar, are infinite. So they've been infinitely blessed by Vaheguru, as we've heard today. So that's a short sort of explanation on who Bhagat Jaidev Ji is. A Bhagat from Guru Granth Sahib Ji, how Vaheguru comes to the aid of their Bhagats, even to help complete seva that is of Vaheguru themselves. So sometimes when we do seva, Vaheguru themselves helps us with the seva that we're trying to complete for them. So that's Bhagat Jaidev Ji. Next week I think it's Bhagat Namdev Ji in Pauri. So this was Pauri number 10, and we'll join again next week to complete that. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.